Body game is a shortcut to most of men's problems. I recently saw a comment where a guy was saying, if you don't know how to talk to women, if you don't know how to lead a woman, nothing else matters. And he was like, shout out to Mr. Lucario. He the one that said that. And I think me and Mr. Lucario probably agree on the vast majority of things. I think he downplays the power of looks, the power of body game. But it's like, I'm not surprised by that. That's kind of how it is. Like, whatever niche people are in, they usually go to the extreme with it. Just like if I talk to a looks maxer guy, he thinks if you don't look good, you're screwed. You know, that black pill mindset. But I would say the main thing is, bro, if you can't lead yourself, before leading a woman, it comes to leading yourself. Now, I'm not one of these guys that like, oh, put your dick in the cage, go on semen retention for a year. I've talked to guys like that. You know, I've talked to guys that were in the black pill mindset. And they're like, oh, I've been on semen retention this long, and I've been working out. They become a gym cell. That's a real thing, too. You use the body game as an advantage. It's not everything, though. It's an advantage, and it's a damn good advantage. Because dating is easier when she's attracted to your physique. You know, like, I'm not one of these guys that think, oh, if you get your physique together, everything's just going to fall in your lap. But it is going to make everything easier. You're going to have more energy. You're going to look better. You're going to have more confidence when you look yourself in the mirror. You know, because I remember, this was a long time ago I seen this video, but it was by the minorities. And they had this, I'm not going to call out the dude's name, but it was one dude in their group that be with the minorities sometime. He light-skinned dude. And he be bagging chicks left and right. You know, everybody that ran in that circle with him, they was bagging chicks. But I remember this one dude, they were really surprised. And they had like a sit down with them because he had a girlfriend. And come to find out, his girlfriend cheated on him. And she didn't just cheat on him. She got pregnant by another guy. And he seen the text messages. Like, she told this other guy to put a baby in her. And the minorities, they all surprised that, like, bro, we seen you at parties. We seen you at clubs. We seen you knock a whole bunch of chicks. Why is he tripping over this one girl? And to me, it wasn't surprising because I'm like, look at him. He's fat. And some of you guys might be like, Cole, what does being fat have to do with a chick cheating on you? It comes down to the way you look at yourself, the way you value yourself. He has a low regard for himself. That's why he can take this chick back after she got pregnant by another guy. Because even though he was knocking hoes left and right, he was just knocking chicks like he had good timing. They wanted a fun night. He never had a chick that was really about him. So as soon as he started talking, and he still don't have a girl that's really about him. Because his physique, you can just look at him and say he doesn't value himself. You can expect a chick to follow you and get on your program when you don't have a program. When she looks at you and you just look like the average man is overweight. The average man looks like a shit ass. And this is why I try to tell guys. They're like, oh, you exaggerate the body game. It's like, no, the average man looks like shit. A lot of these women don't listen. A lot of these women are masculine. So you think a masculine chick is going to look at you and you got titties, you got these love handles, and she's going to get on your program? Hell no. Maybe if you just like the smoothest motherfucker ever to live, maybe she will. But it's like, dog, you are fighting an uphill battle. She's going to look at your physique and make a judgment call. And even when I think about it, one of the best compliments I get by women is, Cole, after I met you, I want to be a better person. Like, I want my health to be better. I done met a lot of chicks, they stopped smoking after they met me. They cut back on the drinking. You know, and that's such a good compliment. And those type of girls, they get in line a lot easier because they can look at me and they're like, no, he's moving differently. But if you moving like every other guy, why would she pick you? If you got a lousy body, why would she pick you? So that's why body game makes dating so much easier, because she's going to look at your body and make a judgment call. Do you look like a shit ass? Do you look like every other guy? I'm not saying a fat guy can't pull. But I'm saying to get the woman to submit to you, your physique is going to play a role in that. You're going to have to put in a lot more work to get her turned on, to get her in that mode. Well, if you had that physique, she's already expecting you to be more dominant. She's already expecting that you can take a lead. And like I said, it trickles down in everything, man. And I always see guys, they'll talk about how, oh, if you don't have money, nothing else matters. Like, money is more important than your health. And that's the craziest shit to me. Like, truly, that's the craziest shit to me. Like, if y'all ever been really sick before, that's all you thinking about when you're sick is, I need to get my health back together. Because a lot of time we take this shit for granted. And that's why I think we overvalue the money so much, because most of the people, you've been healthy your whole life. You never been extremely sick. But if you see somebody that's very sick, dog, that's all that matters is your health. Your health comes before anything else. And that's why I really try to instill in a lot of these guys' head is like, you have to put yourself first. And it starts with putting your body first. And I'm not one of these extreme guys that I'm never going to eat junk food. I'm never going to have candy and stuff like that. You know, I still might have fast food every now and then. I still might have candy, but I eat a lot healthier than what I used to. I'm not drinking every weekend. I'm not smoking and doing all the whole, I'm not doing all that extra shit. I'm not eating junk food every night. I've met people, everything they eat is fast food. They get drunk, they smoke every single weekend. That's going to make you age quicker too. You know, I've talked about my dad quite a few times. But my dad, he always brings up his age. He's like, I'm 65. Sometimes I'm hurting and I'm wondering why it's because I'm 65. I said, hold on, Dad. Show them the dude on Facebook, 87 doing pull-ups. He's like, well, that's the exception. Most guys that are 65, their health isn't good. I said, well, I don't want to be like most guys. Because my dad, he always tried to push this thing on me like, oh, just wait till you're 65. And I said, as long as nothing happened, nothing crazy out of my control happens, like I'm going to be in way better health than you. And I don't say that to disrespect him. I just say that to be real. Like my dad started drinking at a young age. So now shit hit the wall and he thinking this whole time that it's just, oh, this is just part of aging. But it's like a lot of people are aging a lot faster than what they should be. And that's why I focus on the body game, bro. Because the way the average man lives, you're fucked down the road. Absolutely, you're fucked. And I tell y'all this all the time. Society doesn't care about you. This government doesn't care about you. None of these motherfuckers care about you. They talking about a 50-year mortgage. They talking about retirement at 70 years old. They don't give a fuck about you. That's why you have to care about yourself. You have to have your body together. You have to be healthy. You can't live like the average person, dog. Because watch, mental illness is going to be running rampant. Obesity is running rampant. Shit is only going to get worse. So you can't play this role like, oh, well, the guy this age is da-da-da. Fuck that. And that's why I try to tell my dad, he's like, the average 65-year-old man. I said, look how the average 65-year-old man lives, though. He doesn't move enough. He eats a whole bunch of junk food. He's eating just straight crap. He's drinking alcohol on a regular basis. He's smoking on a regular basis. He set himself up for failure because that's what's been pushed to you. And then you do that on a regular basis without even thinking about it. You sipping every single night and you're not even thinking about it. It's just part of your routine. Take a couple steps back and look at how you got where you're at. These guys that are extremely overweight, take a couple steps back. You got to look at yourself. Why would a woman follow you? Look at it, and it starts with the body game. How do you value yourself if you can't lead yourself? Why would you expect a woman to take your type of leadership when you look like shit? You got to be real with yourself, man. But it overlaps everything. Like I see so many guys complain about dating. They complain about society. And I said, shit is getting bad. Like, I'm going to keep it real. Shit is getting bad. So you need to have the higher levels of energy to get through the day. Down the road, the vast majority of men are fucked. And that's why you got to take a couple steps back and look at the board and say, what is the best move for me? You got to make time for the gym. You got to make time for your health. Like I said, you ain't got to be extreme and you got to weigh everything out. You can't eat any junk food at all. But you have to have a balance, dog. Body game is such a shortcut to a lot of the bullshit a lot of guys are dealing with. Dating would be a lot easier if you had confidence in yourself, if you had a physique. Even interacting with people, dog, when you hit the workout, you feel so good. Like, I never really struggled with any type of mental issues, and I think some of it is genetics. But at the same time, bro, I always been in the gym on a consistent basis. Anytime I was down, I was sad, I was depressed, or whatever you want to call it, I just hit the gym. That gym will make you feel better. I've made a lot of friends at the gym. I've had mentors that I met at the gym. I went on dates at the gym. Like, you can get so much from hitting the gym. We know that a lot of people are meeting online. Women have more options than ever. So what the fuck are you going to do about it? And I think that's the thing with Mr. Lucario and them. They're a little more old school. So that's why they downplay the looks and stuff like that. And I'm not saying the old school shit doesn't work, but I'm saying, like, when it comes to attracting women, online, it's a little different. Your looks do matter. But the biggest part of your looks that you can change is your physique. I mean, it's just the goofiest thing to me when I see guys complaining about, oh, women are so shallow, and it's because my height, it's because this, and it's 30% body fat. You complaining about all this different shit, dog. You have titties. You got motherfucking Double D's on your chest. You got titties on your chest and you talking about, oh, women are so shallow. It's because I'm this tall. It's like, motherfucker. It's because your mindset. Look at the way you talk. And even when I look at certain comments, I'm like, no wonder why this dude like can't get any coochie. When you have that such a negative mindset, that why would someone want to be around you? And even getting in the gym, it changes your mindset, bro. Like, I always been positive. Because if I have a bad day, okay, let me get this stress out in the gym. And we keep it pushing. We keep it pushing, dog. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. Body game will solve a lot of problems, dog. Like I said, it's not going to just completely make your dating life all together, but it's going to make it a lot easier to even get in that pool. Make your life about you. Prioritize you. Because I think a lot of times, dog, I've seen it so many times. And I use the minorities example because it was just very clear to me. But I've seen it so many times where like a fat guy, he makes his whole life about a woman. Now, regular guys be doing, dudes in the gym do that too. But you really got to take on that mindset that, like, it's not about what she wants. Like, once you really start prioritizing yourself and your mission, everything will change, bro. Everything will change. But a lot of times, guys make the woman their mission. That's a mission you can never win. Point blank period. That's a mission you can never win, dog. But y'all make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.